Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Deconstructing the Dark Passenger podcast, the podcast about all things Dexter. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Today, Dexter's Season 3, Episode 6, Se Puede. Miguel gets his fishing trip with Dexter, chatting about Ethan Turner while he's gutting a fish there. Miguel, man, he's full of himself. He talks about sleeping like a baby.
He asked Dexter what it felt like to do it with his hands.
Yeah, man, using your hands to make a world a better place. So you're like kind of tacitly admitting that I don't think his job is bullshit, but I think his approach to it is bullshit because he doesn't treat it. I think maybe if you treated your job like what it is, which is as a prosecutor of criminals rather than your big dick swinging around and getting favors done, you might not have so many problems getting convictions. Man, it's just a thought, Miguel. Just a thought. I don't know. Dexter's having more visions of sunbathing with Harry. This is another one of these where you talked before about Dexter's so willing to bite on what Miguel's selling.
Yeah.
And this is that again, where he just casting aspersions at Harry. Miguel is just so willing to understand me, and it feels so much like Dexter going through puberty here. Like, you're not my real dad. Miguel understands me.
Yeah.
But it also is more of this gullibility, which is, like I said before, we've seen it over and over again with people. And it's so strange to see that somebody who gets by, like they move through the world, like everything that comes out of his mouth pretty much is a lie.
Yeah.
According to him. Some of it is not. It's a public face type thing. All of his speeches about a mask and all this shit. But then he can't see through simple things like Miguel, obviously. We talked about this ruse that Miguel had pulled on him in the previous episode with baiting him into going after Ethan Turner.
Yeah.
And he's doing it again here where he's getting mad at his conscience or his voice of reason for being like, hey, don't, maybe not with both feet, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the first time he really learns this particular lesson, but he'll learn it again throughout the series. But we'll talk about those when they happen.
Yeah.
All right. So Deb has tore up. The Skinner has gotten to Wendell.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. He died from the skinning process. The other victims had been killed before they were skinned. Wendell actually died from the skinning process.
Yeah.
They've showed a lot of bodies and bad situations and bad condition in this show. This one is one of the ones that keeps me up at night. Because I think partly because he's so young.
Yeah.
And partly the look of pain on his face.
Yeah. I mean, the way they have him positioned and everything else, it's heartbreaking.
It truly is.
For that age and everything, it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, Deb goes on about, too, like, I mean, he had a bad start in life, but he was a good kid. You know? She's going to take a lot of the guilt onto herself for kind of pushing and going out there and talking to him. Once we know what's going on, you realize he probably would have ended up dead anyway.
Yeah.
But this is all Dexter's fault. I'm putting the blame for all of this on Dexter. All these people are dead because of Dexter. And he's not paying any attention to it. And this is not a dig on the execution of the season. This is dig on Dexter being infuriating. This is a well-told story because Dexter has caused all this.
Yeah.
He killed Oscar Prado. He killed Freebo. And he's getting all sidetracked by Miguel wanting to be buds and covering his own ass. In the meantime, he's always like, well, I'm trying to bring people to justice. That's how he justifies his entire thing. He talks about his desire to kill. But he also gets off on the idea that he is performing a service, basically.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, these people are getting killed left and right, and he's not paying any attention to it at all, because he wants to go golf with fucking Miguel.
Yeah. And he never golfed before this.
Yeah, he's kind of like imprinting on Miguel, because he's getting all that macho swagger stuff doing, you know?
Yeah.
I'm glad this goes away after this season, because that's not the Dexter that we've met ever. That's not the reason we ever kept coming back, was because Dexter smoked cigars and drank beer. Like, nobody cares. But anyway, Miguel is really wanting to be more active in Dexter's activities. You know, Miguel wants to get in there. Miguel wants to know what it's like to make the world a better place with your hands. So Dexter's like, okay, I've got to come up with a target for Miguel that's going to be so hard for him to do.
That he won't do it. He won't put himself out there to do it.
Right. It's not just like snatching a guy off a cruise ship or something. What is this going to be? We're going to make this hard.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Deb, in the meanwhile, is worried that Skinner is drafting off her investigation because it seems like every time the cops talk to somebody, they get killed.
Yes.
In my opinion, the investigation is making the Skinner's job easier, but he was going to kill all these people anyway. But again, she's taking on guilt that's, to me, not hers at all. Okay. So Ellen and Maria, the girls are going to be fighting because Ellen has told Maria that she's going to get Miguel disbarred.
Yes.
And Maria's pissed. I'm like, well, I mean, look, you're kind of doing what Miguel's doing. You're just not going to kill people about it. But you gave to her with this information. Now, she's an officer of the court. She's an attorney. She's an officer of the court. She has a duty. Once she has this information, she has a duty to her client, which I'm sure Maria understands all this. She has a duty to her client, but she also has a duty as an officer of the court to be like, an injustice has been done, and not just in this case, which helps my client, and in other cases, potentially. I'm not going to say Ellen's not getting a little joy out of this, but I think Maria is fundamentally misunderstanding, and she thinks Ellen is doing this because she hates Miguel. I mean, she probably hates Miguel, but she's doing it because you can't have people like this practicing law.
Yeah.
But doesn't matter. Maria's like, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore at lunch. You got to go somewhere else. We're not friends anymore. No, you can't borrow my nail polish. We're done. Deb and Anton. She's looking at him for a shoulder to cry on about this thing with Wendell. That's not how she's framing it, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
And, yeah, don't feel bad, blah, blah, blah. But then he starts apologizing about this girl that she saw there the other night.
Yeah.
He's like, well, it's not serious. I'm like, okay. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to fix this because you have feelings for Deb. I understand that. But being like, I'm just dogging around. It's not a big deal. That's not helping.
Yeah. That doesn't make it better.
I don't know. I like Anton, but I'm just saying. In the meantime, Dexter's been doing his research. He has picked out quite the target.
He says that's somebody he's been looking at for a while, so I kind of wonder.
He's been looking at him. This guy is some white supremacist Aryan Brotherhood guy. Killed his wife with a claw hammer. So he's in prison, but he's running the Aryan Brotherhood for prison. So he's reaching out, just like the mafia, you know. They can reach out from their jail cell, and he's getting other people, witnesses and stuff, killed with claw hammers, you know. It's terrible, right? And so Dexter wants to get to this guy, but he knows he can't do anything while the guy's in prison.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, what about this guy? Miguel's like, oh, yeah, this would be very dicey. And Dexter's like, all right, yeah, we're good. And then Miguel's like, yeah, let's do it.
You know, and it's, Dexter knows it's going to take a lot to get him, because he's in prison in New York.
No, is he in New York?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I missed that part.
He's in prison in New York, so he's going to have to be brought all the way down to Miami for this. Which makes it even dicier.
The whole thing is very dicey. If I was Dexter and I wanted to get somebody else caught doing something, this is what I would do. But that's not what he wants to do because he doesn't think Miguel's going to bite. But Miguel bites.
Yeah.
Okay, here is where we get one of my... I'm not going to complain about how much time they spent on it because I think they actually spent the perfect amount of time on the storyline. But it is one of my favorite storylines. We find out here that Camilla is sick.
Yes.
Can actually juggle a lot of things going on if they just kind of prioritize them.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what really was missing in two, but they're doing a better job of it here. This storyline with Camilla, Dexter's upset, you know, Maria's the one that tells him because she's having a card signed for Camilla. And he had no idea she was sick.
Yeah.
With lung cancer, just like her husband had died.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's going to deliver the flowers and the card himself, you know. Meantime, Angel is still working on Detective Gianna. He is smitten. And Deb has a theory. It's not a wild theory, but it took some balls for her to come out and say. She tells Angel first. She's finally learning a little bit of discretion and didn't go straight to Maria with this. She tells Angel that she thinks possibly Ramon Prado is the Skinner.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, look, I'm not going to La Huerta about this until you've got something better than your gut feelings. So, like, do what you're going to do quietly. And if you get something, bring it back to me. And if you don't get anything, we're never talking about it again.
Yep.
We're done. So he's like, all right. Okay, we're going with this Dex Camilla thing. We're getting this is another one of these mid-season flip-floppy episodes, but...
Yeah, especially with the Camilla stuff.
Yeah,
Camilla.
it's in and out a lot. So Dexter goes and sees Camilla. She's talking about Jean, and she tells Dexter that her whole life she has been looking for the perfect key lime pie.
Yes.
And he's like, well, I will do that for you. I will find you the perfect key lime pie. And she's like, well, you better do it fast.
Yeah, she's like, it's not as easy as you think.
Yep. And I learn a lot about key lime pie.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
I wish they had talked more about all these interactions. He has a lot. Every interaction he has with Camilla during the storyline is very meaningful. And I wish that they had made more of what I think he got from this interaction. I think we were supposed to understand that he actually got a lot from this. I don't see a lot of traces of it later.
Yeah. I mean, he's very loving and caring with her.
Yes. I mean, as somebody he genuinely has affection for, even though he doesn't feel anything. They give her pain medication, and she starts nodding off because she's like, it's not the dying or whatever that bothers me. And she says it's losing, and then she kind of nods off, and he's like, your dignity. Like, for a robot who supposedly doesn't understand his feelings, this is quite an impressive observation.
Yes, very.
And it's important, and especially when you think about how Dexter kills people, one of the main components of him killing people is to completely strip them of their dignity first.
Yeah.
He strips them naked. He gets them completely helpless. He mocks them. He mocks them with their own deed. And then he scars them and he takes their blood. And only then, when there's nothing else to take from them, only then does he kill them.
Yeah.
So, but you never see this register with, like, does he understand that that's what he's doing? I don't think he does.
So.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't either. So it was interesting to see them have this revelation about her.
Yeah.
You know.
And key lime pie shouldn't be green.
Should not be green. I did not know this.
If it's green, it's got food coloring in it.
Right.
I did not know that either. I found it very eye-opening.
Doesn't have fresh milk either.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
They evaporate milk because they didn't have fresh milk in the Keys back in the day.
Yeah.
That's what we learned.
Yeah.
But anyway, still in Rita. Oh no, Rita's going to go into real estate. She's going to get her $50,000 will pop just for opening a door and sending over some paperwork. Anyway, so they're all together, and Rita and Sil are talking about stuff, and then Miguel and Dexter, they're talking about this Clemson Galt, is this guy's name. Dexter's kind of thinking small potatoes here because he's trying to make it seem complicated, and so he's like, well, we can get into the prison and set up another prisoner. And Miguel's like, how about I subpoena Galt as an expert witness in this money laundering case that I'm working on. He was the guy to go to for this stuff in the Aryan Brotherhood. So if I subpoena him for another case, we get him down here and we got him.
Yeah, we can, you can take him out from there.
Right. And I'm like, again, not how any of this works.
It all sounds very convoluted. Not to mention the fact that, is it really that easy just to subpoena somebody and get them brought down?
You can subpoena somebody for any reason. I mean, we're not going to get into the jurisdictional questions, and this guy's lawyer is not just be like, oh yeah, just send him down. That's not happening. But also, aside from all that, I suppose, like, okay, yes, the subpoena's good. We have a reason. We're going to get this guy down here. It all makes sense. Fine. They got him down there in the paperwork alone would take days. They got him down there in like
a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild. And they do this a lot in this show. It's like, you want to do all these convoluted plans to make things happen. That's fine. But, like, give yourself some room on the timeline.
Yeah. Yeah, make it look good.
To have him come up with this last episode, and then, like, this episode 2 days later, oh, he's on his way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yuki, again. Okay. Yuki is threatening Deb.
Yeah.
She's saying that she's going to put out the word that Deb is a rat if she doesn't cooperate with the IA. I'm like, this bitch.
Yeah, this bitch has got another thing coming.
She's got another thing coming, yeah. Dexter and Miguel. Miguel has business at the court. Both of them, technically, it's not so strange. Miguel definitely is not odd at all to see him at the courthouse. And really odd to see Dexter there, even though he's not testifying. But they're talking about the security, all the security loopholes at the courthouse.
Yep. Because Miguel wants Dexter to take out Golf out of the courthouse.
I mean, okay, yeah, I guess this would be the most vulnerable that somebody would be to being moved, would be at the courthouse where you don't have all the layers of... I mean, you have layers of security, but it's a different type of security than what you have at a jail or something.
Yeah.
He's like, jails are designed, once you get in, you can't really get back out unless people are opening doors for you and stuff.
Yeah.
So, at the same time, Ellen Wolf appears, so everybody goes crazy.
Yes.
Miguel loses his fucking mind. Oh my god, she's doing her job, that terrible bitch. And Ellen tries to catch it. Maria's there as well, because Ellen had actually called Maria in to testify on all these allegations she's made against Miguel. And Maria, I guess she's doing a deposition. That's what it sounded like, a deposition and not something else. But anyway, Maria, who has now seen all this evidence of how sketchy the Prados are, and she's still like very upset with Ellen.
Yeah.
I understand that they've been friends for a long time, but I'm like, you already got to the point where you were feeding this woman information, so you know something's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, okay, this bit is funny with Angel and the prostitute outside the station.
Yeah.
So she goes up to him.
Because he walks out with Deb. He's getting ready to get in his car.
Yes. And she goes up to him, and she wants to ask for a ride. She's like, I was just released for victimless crime or whatever.
Yeah, for some victimless crime. Can you take me home?
And she's like, I can pay you in a victimless way of saying thank you.
Yeah. And he actually reaches into his wallet, gives her a couple dollars, and tells her to call a cab.
Call a cab.
And he gets in the car, and you see her in the background get on her phone.
Yeah, he looks up and sees her. Yeah.
And then you see her walk away, and then Angel's phone rings, and it's Gianna.
So my question was this. Did he realize when he gave her the money for the cab that it was a trap?
I think he realized it right away.
Okay.
But he tells Gianna, he's like, redheads aren't my type.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, how do you know it worked, or I just don't like redheads? Like,
I think he just knew right away.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is where Dexter brings Camilla up high. We learn about the real, genuine key lime pie is not green.
Yep.
And it uses evaporated milk, not fresh milk.
Yep.
It's people trying to be bougie. Oh, we're fresh and green. So we're like, nope.
Nope.
So she's like, try again, Dexter. My clock is ticking. Bring me some pie.
She's like, you can do better with the key lime pie.
Yeah. Okay, so Rita's kind of like, I'm kind of feeling Dexter here because she doesn't know she wants to do this real estate stuff with Syl. I'm like, girl, you need a job. Just do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be, she needs an assistant, so that's the way you learn. I mean,
they're about to have a baby. They already have 2 kids. They're about to get married. Dexter is not like broke, but he's not making that kind of money that she can just stay home.
Yeah.
She's got to go get a job. Go get a job, Rita. Stop arguing about it. Or go crawl back to your boss at the hotel. Those are your options. She decides she's going to go for it. Dexter excuses himself because he's got a date with Miguel.
yes.
And she's like, well, he might not show because he's been a mess lately. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, I've still noticed things. You can't hide anything from your partner. And he's like, oh, okay. Good to know. I sure will try, though. I do like this little moment he has with his vision of Harry. And Harry is dressed up in Dexter's kill clothes with the Henley and the cargo pants and all that. And he's warning him off Miguel again. He's like, hey, let's everybody do it. Let's go pick up reading the kids. We can all do it together as a family.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom. We only see 2 things is what we want to see and what people want to show us.
Yes.
But Dexter's like, Dad, I want my friend. This breaking out of Clemson Galt from the courthouse is very hand-wavy. So Miguel goes in there.
I mean, the first part went okay.
Yeah. Miguel goes in there. This bailiff wants pictures with Miguel. I'm like, what? Yeah, I know you see this guy every day. I know you do.
Yeah.
But he wants pictures with him. So that's fine. And Miguel goes in there under the pretense of questioning Galt. Okay. So Miguel gives them a key. He kind of slips a key under where you would slide paper. So he slips the little key there, which is the key to the handcuffs. And he's like, here, I give you this, and you, all the threats to my family stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is too easy. This is too easy. This is not happening. There's a camera. And he's asking way too many. So he's been asking questions about what's the plan with him after. And like, oh, we're going to have him in protective custody. And okay, great. I don't know why you didn't know all this. Anyway, that's where my red flags were going. Like, this is like standard stuff. We know what we're doing here, you know?
Yeah.
But then the one guard starts going back towards where Clumps and Gold is after Miguel left the room. And Miguel's like, whoa, no. He's going to witness in the morning. He's got to get to sleep. Like,
yeah.
What are you talking? Wait, no. And the guard's like, yeah, I got to put the county wristband on. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I can't. I'm going to talk to him for 2 seconds. What do you mean he's got to get to sleep? He's not going to sit there and sleep on the fucking counter where you just talked to him, right? He's got to go back to his cell. I mean, what do you think is happening? It was very, like, cool, man. Like, chill out. If Dexter had seen this, he'd be like, dude, calm down.
Shut up.
Dexter, though, so Galt does get out, and Dexter is in the garage waiting for him. He starts playing Nazi with him. All the alarms and stuff going on. There's cops everywhere. And it looks like, at first, that Miguel has set him up.
Yes.
He's like, well, nobody gets in or out. We're going to do perimeter. And Dexter can see all this. He's hiding behind this post. He M99's Galt.
Yep.
And he's like, I got this body, and there's cops everywhere. What am I doing? And here comes Harry. He's like, haha, told you so.
Yep.
Told you. But then Miguel pulls up. He's like, hey, amigo. All right, we're getting out. So it was all a distraction. So nobody's watching Miguel.
Yeah.
Miguel's like, oh, I'll do a perimeter. So nobody's watching Miguel because they think, like, oh, he's just helping us.
He's helping.
So they get in the car. Deb is still on her stakeout on Ramon. She sees him at a donut shop. He gets out of the car with somebody.
Yeah.
And then he just kneecaps this fucking dude.
And throws him in the trunk of his car.
Yes. Takes him to a warehouse. Starts torturing him at this warehouse. So he's got him tied up on a chair.
Yeah, that was so weird. I've never seen torture like that before. He was shaking up a soda and shooting it up his nose.
Oh my God. And Quinn shows up. Deb called Quinn in.
Yeah.
So he shows up. And they're like, okay. They're watching him. And they're like, this is not the Skinner's MO.
Nope.
It's exploding sodas up people's noses. And I was like, that's still torture, right?
Yeah, definite torture.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's not the Skinner, but it's still not okay. And then he pulls out a knife, and they're like, oh, shit, shit's going down. But then he cuts the guy loose. And they're like, oh, okay, well, he's not the Skinner. I was like, but he's still an asshole.
Yeah, he's a major asshole.
The scene with Dexter and Galt. It happens too fast. He kills Galt. There is already news out about the Galt escape. Deb already knows.
Yeah.
So there, again, the editing is weird here because I feel like this all should have been of a piece. Quinn and Deb picked up Ramon and they brought him in for like kidnapping, torture, and all that. They called Maria and Angel in because they're trying to keep it quiet.
And they're trying to figure out how she wants to deal with it.
Yeah. And Quinn was like, I would have frog walked this motherfucker, but Maria's like, yeah, just book him, whatever. I'm like, why? Okay. I think we needed this scene, but you know what we also needed? I would have liked to have seen I would have liked to have seen them actually going in to arrest Ramon because that warehouse scene just cut with them being like, well, what are you going to do? He's not the Skinner.
Yeah.
And then it was just, we go back to Dexter and Galt, and then we come back to them in the station. You're like, okay, why do we chop this up?
Yeah.
Get him at the station. Maybe then you put a scene in there, and then you get him at the warehouse, you put another scene, and then you bring him into the station. Like, what?
Yeah, because they said it was midnight.
Yeah.
Because Maria's like, why'd you call us in at midnight?
Yeah. This editing is very strange at this.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, like this is just, for some reason, these like middle episodes of every season, they're like just chop, 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 chop.
Yeah.
Oh, Deb does here tell Joey about Yuki.
Yes.
Finally. He's like, you're just finally fucking telling me? Like, how long has this been going on?
Yeah.
We find out now what is up Yuki's ass, and she has a history with Joey.
Yes.
I guess I'm assuming it's sexual. He doesn't say it, but I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't say it, but that's what I assumed.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Dexter and Galt, they're playing with the editing here in a good way. Dexter's getting his slide and cut back and forth between Dexter and Galt and Miguel coming into a house. This is right during the housing crisis.
Yes.
So there's a lot of empty houses around. And You think Miguel's going to walk in, and Dexter has sent Miguel somewhere else. It would have been nice to have some clarity about how all this happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they wanted to fool us, but it's kind of didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Dexter needs his time for his ritual and whatever. It's fine. He's going to tell Miguel, oh, I got spooked after everything at the courthouse.
Yeah.
It's fine. I wanted to note here, though, we're looking at Galt, and I like how in 2008, 2009, when this season was airing, and Galt, this character was very scumbag coded.
Yes.
Like, he's got the little pedo mustache. And
yeah, he does.
And this sideburns in the hair and all that stuff. It's like, oh yeah, this guy's a scumbag.
Yeah.
That's how that codes in that era. I was like, now, oh, this is just like Benson Boone or something with a swastika.
Yeah.
It's just funny how styles changed in the strangest ways.
Yeah.
But Miguel Prado, I don't know. Yeah, this drove me crazy with the editing. It drives me insane when they do this.
Yeah.
These 2-second scenes.
Yeah.
Like, one scene ended, another random scene gets intercut, and then we come back where the previous scene ended, we pick up. I'm like, why? Just give us the whole fucking thing. Give us 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I did note that Maria really, she talks about Miguel being like her oldest friend or one of her first real friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Between him and Dokes, man, you know how to pick a Maria. I don't even know what to tell you. You got terrible
does.
taste in everything.
Yeah.
It's a good episode in the sense that I didn't hate anything that happened.
Yeah.
Story-wise. Mm-hmm. I really like the Camilla stuff. Just the editing was getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a good episode. Hand wavy about the Clemson Galt custody.
It was really weird. I mean, it was really weird that Dex tried so hard to pick somebody that Miguel wasn't connected to whatsoever and would be too much for Miguel to do, and then Miguel just turns around and gets it done. It's like...
That to me should have been a signal to Dexter. Like, you're in over your head. Not saying that Miguel is better at this than you or whatever, but Miguel has fingers and pies that you don't even know about.
Exactly. Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah.
And it was dicey getting him out of there way they did. But he still made it work.
I wonder what he would have done, because Miguel was able to control the situation to some extent, but it wouldn't have taken much for that to spin out pretty quickly. Oh, what's Dexter going to do when he's just got this sedated Nazi on his hands?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. What are you going to do? I don't know. I mean, it was a good episode. Just the cutting back and forth, the way they did it was so confusing, because to me it's like they definitely mess up in their cuts somewhere, because it's shearing hours at the courthouse and then all of a sudden it's midnight and they're bringing Ramon in. And I'm like, that's got to be a mess up.
I mean, and they do that. You know, I think they could probably say, oh, well, he got in late or whatever. But they do it too much, where in one scene it will be daylight.
The
next scene it will be nighttime. The next scene it will be daylight, and it's like...
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to try to keep up.
And like I said, like sometimes they will intercut this stuff just to give you a sense that it's all happening at the same time. This stuff's clearly not all happening at the same time, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I think it's just, for some reason, I think everybody gets tired. The editors get tired or something in the middle of the season. I don't know what it is. It's every season, though, they get this shit in the middle of the season.
Yep.
I didn't notice it with the other parts of the franchise, like with Resurrection or Original Sin. I didn't notice this. Did I? I don't think it was so noticeable.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
I think maybe, I want to say in Original Sin they might have done it, but I don't think they did it in Resurrection. I don't know. It's almost like a trademark of the fucking series at this
point. It might be. It might be one of those things.
Sloppy editing.
We'll trademark that shit.
Anyway, I don't have a whole lot else to say about it, do you?
I don't.
Okay.
The really good episodes are coming up.
Yeah, some really good stuff is happening. I really like this season.
I do too. I like Camilla's stuff a lot. Like, it's sad that she's so sick, but she adds something to it.
That whole storyline, I wish, like I said, I'm not going to complain about the time they spent on it, but I wish that they had not wasted it later.
Yeah.
It was a good storyline. It was poignant. It added a lot. It added layers to Dexter, and then I feel like they just took those layers away.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it as it goes on, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Okay. Other than that, I got nothing.
I got nothing.
So, we got nothing. So, until next week, episode 7. In the meantime, you can check out our other podcasts, The Final Assessment, which is our podcast about the show Evil. And you can check out our movie podcast, Outside Food and Drink. And for February, of course, we're covering Valentine's. We're doing My Bloody Valentine, and then the other My Bloody Valentine, and then just regular old Valentine. So
I haven't seen regular old Valentine, but
right.
It looked like it could be good.
So join us for that, and join us next week for episode 7 of season 3 of Dexter. And until then, later.
Later.